Marvel has another new movie coming out next year called Thunderbolts, and it just got its first trailer. There is something about this movie based off this trailer that gets me excited for it, and why I think the trailer cooked in showing it off. Welcome to my channel Film Obsessed, where I talk about everything that I love in the world of movies and television. With today's video discussing Marvel's Thunderbolts, a movie that a lot of people are very hesitant on, I think that this trailer is going to be giving people a lot of hope to be excited for in its eventual release next year. I only tend to do commentaries on trailers when I really feel like there is something in it that I like, whether it's the footage from the movie itself or how the trailer was crafted. With this one, I'm genuinely impressed with what I see because it is doing something that I think Marvel is doing a good job of communicating to the audience. Aside from the fact that the trailer is 3.5 minutes and it absolutely did not need to do that, it is telling us that they are looking to make a really fun movie that may or may not have a broader connection to the rest of the MCU, but it could just give people a really good time. And don't worry, I'm not going to be one of those people who says that it's bringing back the fun to Marvel, because personally speaking, I still think that Marvel recently, since Endgame, has made some very fun projects, television-wise and movie-wise. It's just that not everything has felt as cohesive as it should be. The whole idea that recently the multiverse aspect has diluted some of the storytelling of certain films and television shows has been noticed by a lot of fans, and so I think Thunderbolts as a concept is trying to reel us back in as far as the kind of fan that wants to see the grounded aspect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, getting us back into the groove of seeing films like Winter Soldier, Civil War, or any of the other stuff that has involved itself in political intrigue or being a thriller. I think this is also exemplified to a great deal when you see the trailer show off the characters and the action sequences. Everything there feels a lot more grounded and not as fantasy-like and supernatural. Marvel recently has definitely delved a lot more into that supernatural world of the characters that it has and the stories that it tells through said characters. It is a theme that I think it also is shown to be lacking in other areas of the filmmaking process with regards to a lot of these movies being filled with CGI and green screen that makes everything look a little bit more fake and not as good in its completion. Granted, I know that visual effects artists are being rushed a lot these days to complete their work than being given the time that they need to make things look as good as they probably should be. I'm sure that Thunderbolts will have CG in it, just like every other Marvel project does. And I think if you look at the footage here on display, it really is giving you a more gritty and grounded approach to it all. Characters fighting each other with hand-to-hand combat-like styles, locations and sets that they seemingly have built to all look real in their design and are scaled pretty well. This is the kind of approach that I think a lot of fans have been looking to get back to, and so just off trailer 1, I have to give credit where credit is due and say that this all looks pretty damn good so far. Whether or not the story holds up given, I think that is where it might lack for some people. We'll have to wait and see. For me personally, I'm kind of hoping that the movie is not going to end up being as broad in its connection to the rest of the MCU as some might think it will be. These characters don't feel like they would have a greater importance to the larger threats that other MCU characters could face in the future. I have no doubt in my mind that none of these characters will be fighting the next big bad, which at this point is probably going to be Doctor Doom. All these characters feel like they are going to end up fitting more into their own world, which is going to be the more grounded and grittier aspect of Marvel. I've seen a lot of theories online with regards to why there is an asterisk in the name, and I'll be very curious to see the Marvel nerds play with that and as far as how they theorize what that means. And as we get closer to the film's release, I think we're going to see a lot of people theorize the correct things about that. When it comes to the people behind the camera, I'm definitely very interested to see where they'll give their take on this film, because a lot of people are not really going to know who any of these filmmakers are, and I'm certainly one of those people. The director is a guy named Jake Schreier, and I'm not familiar with him at all, but recently he worked on a television show called Beef for Netflix. Now, the general idea of that show is basically that there are two characters that you follow who do not get along with each other because of a road rage incident. After this incident occurs, they get into a feud with each other that brings a lot of chaos. Just reading that synopsis of the show, you can kind of understand why Marvel picked this dude to direct Thunderbolts. All the characters in this movie are going to be ones that don't really get along with each other, and so I'm hoping that brings along some great chemistry between the cast, which is filled with awesome actors who I can't wait to see on screen for the first time and again after not seeing them for a few years in their roles as the characters they play. Florence Pugh in particular is going to be a major driving force, and so I like that she is leading the film. It's good to see Sebastian Stan as Bucky again, Wyatt Russell as American Agent, and even David Harbour as Red Guardian again. He's one of the better characters that's been brought to the MCU in recent years. So there you have it, my commentary of the first trailer for Marvel's Thunderbolts. Leave your comments down below on what you think about my commentary with regards to the trailer and all the details that I brought forward about it. Thank you for stopping by my channel, Film Obsessed. If you want to see more moving forward for me on this channel with regards to film and television, and you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and also subscribe if you are new here and turn on that notification bell. That's a wrap, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for the next video.